It's no accident that sounds like you're leveling up in a video game. 48% of 18 to 29-year-olds have an online dating profile.
Make them work for it.
45% of people say they're more frustrated with this form of dating than hopeful.
There are so many people you can connect with.
Should I swipe right?
Swipe wrong. Swipe wrong. Setting the record straight on dating apps. Everyday people telling everyday stories of the swipe right world with your host, Koss.
Well, I know he had a good time.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, good night. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're doing fantastic. Welcome to the number one podcast amongst people who want to join the Mile High Club but are afraid to fly. I wish I could say I was a part of the Mile High Club. I wish I could. I'm not, because the audience I know I'm speaking to, this is a dumb question, but you ever get drunk on the plane? Ever do that? Yeah, okay, I'm sure you have. It takes when you're way up there, it is so much easier to get drunk. So from what I understand, an orgasm is supposed to be extremely heightened. So I know those bathrooms are small, but where there's a will, there's a way. It's funny, I was out in Utah a couple weeks ago, and some family hanging out with them, and everybody had a story. And this one kind of distant aunt said, "Oh yeah, I was drunk on the plane coming back from Vegas, and this really hot guy was sitting next to me, and blanket was up, and we totally started hooking up, but I didn't know who he was." I'm like, "Atta girl, way to live your best life. Just go, have a good time, enjoy it." Anyway, let's do the housekeeping. So, what should we say? Thank you for listening. Follow, subscribe, share with friends. Let us know how we're doing. 317-426-6616. Shoot a text. Let us know. You can find us on swipewrongpod@gmail.com. If you want to email your story, we're on Facebook. You can find me. I'm sure you know my name by now, Chris Koss. Just find me on Facebook. Hit me up. Just say, "Hey, I've got this story I need to share." And I'll be like, "I have the story I need to hear." So I'm happy to do it. I say it all the time. I want everybody's story. We have a great story, a great setup here. It'll be a good time, fun had by all. I'll just actually quit. So sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab your popcorn. Get it buttered if you're so into that. I know I like caramel on mine, so get some caramel if you're in traffic. Do me a favor. Please do not hit that person next to you, and enjoy not so happy New Year's.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions or any entities they represent. This podcast is about dating experiences. It is not to say one dating app is better or worse than another.
So let me just I'll ask it this way. I was thinking of how I wanted to word this, but how often, because you're very independent, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have your own world, you have your own life, your own thing. How often have you heard something along the lines of, I just don't, I need you to need me, or I'm somebody who wants to date you or is thinking about dating you, and it just really is seeking your attention and you're not getting it as much as they want. Do you get that? I hope I'm asking the question right.
I totally understand your question. I'm thinking, I'm trying to comb back through my memory, if that is actually an issue in any of my connections I've had, but I really don't think so, because I'm usually if I'm having a good time with somebody, I'm happy and excited to, continue, making dates or hanging out or doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually pretty available.
Okay.
There really isn't that's not as far as I could think of. I don't think that's an issue.
Because let me give you in my mind, what I run into sometimes, or ran into in the past, I should say. It's not like I'm out there, slinging around on everybody or anything, but it's maybe not respond to text quick enough or fast enough or as many times as somebody would like. I like I enjoy my everyday life. Like I like the grind of work. I like doing these talks with you and other
Yeah.
people who come on the show. And then everything else, like I want to fit into this environment. And I think I get a little bit of like need to stop doing some of this and create a new environment. And I'm not ready to do that, I think is kind of what it feels like.
Like a mutual environment for like
Yeah. Yeah.
reciprocity with another.
Yeah, and like I like somebody may just want more time than I'm willing to give. And like, hey, how do I get your attention a little bit more is what I feel like I'm getting.
Oh. Well, I mean, what are you saying to these women that come into your life?
Not,
Do you preface anything like,
just
hey, I'm
like
just an independent guy, don't really like, I like to do my own thing, don't take it personally, it's just how I am. Or
no, I don't say that, but I don't have that conversation, I guess, though, either. It's I don't think to have that conversation. It's like there's no label on anything. There's nothing like there's no like if I guess if I started, in a relationship, then that conversation might need to be had. But it's like if I go out with somebody, and we have a good time, I'll definitely continue, texting the conversation. But it feels like what I do because my other part of my life is so busy isn't enough for a lot for those people, I guess. I don't
yeah,
know. I don't know.
that's not surprising. That's because women, I don't want to say all women, but it tends to go that way with women where we do want more time. And I've actually been one of those women who have like made that complaint.
Yeah, yeah,
You're like I want to hang out more or something like that.
yeah,
But it might actually be smart and give you more peace of mind if even if there's no label. But the first sign of a chick wanting to hang out with you more, like, or she's becoming less happy with like how the routine of the week shakes out, and you're getting the feeling she wants to hang out more, like it could just be like a conversation,
yeah,
like, oh my God, like I love hanging out with you.
yeah,
But here's my jam. Like
yeah.
I'm this person that just goes at this speed on this lane like all the time. And it just is the things that make me happy. And I just got to do it. And it's really nothing personal. It's just like, just know that this is like what I like to do. And then
Fair enough.
maybe that could be like oh, okay. Like maybe
Yeah,
that could be enough for
yeah.
some.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I just like I could see you getting that every so often because you're so fun to hang out with. So why wouldn't guys be like, hey, hi, I'll bring you Chipotle. Hi, hi.
Actually, I do get
Yeah.
bribed a lot. So
Do
that's
you?
fun.
Who doesn't like a good bribe? You know?
That happened actually multiple times. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. There's
I
nothing
was
wrong with
like,
that.
okay, Brothers Burritos and
Mm.
Starbucks and all these things. Okay.
Brothers burritos. So good. They have like the best breakfast burritos too.
Oh my God, it's so good. The
So
bacon
good.
avocado and like
Mm.
mild salsa, and they split it in half, and it makes you feel like you have like four burritos in one burrito. And
Mm.
yeah,
Next time
yeah,
I'm
that's
out there,
good.
Brothers burritos for breakfast for
I
sure.
know.
Yeah.
How good would it be to like if I were to send one to you ever? Like how does one send like food like that? Is that
Yeah,
even
like
possible?
yeah, it's possible. Because you think of it, you got like all the food programs and stuff that are out there. But yeah, you have to just pack that
Yeah.
stuff in the tin foil, drop it in a box, and throw in a whole bunch of like bubble wrap, and then it goes to the microwave when I get it. So
Oh,
it's all
okay.
good. It'll work out just fine.
So as
Uh,
long as it's in a refrigerated environment, like for a couple days.
Yeah. Yeah. Or as long as it's cooked, it'll be fine. It'll be all good. You'll be
Okay.
good. Yeah, it's not gonna go bad. So how is the dating world treating you?
Oh, well, so great of you to ask.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what we do on the show.
Well, I mean, honestly, 2024 couldn't have kicked in a bigger bang than it has already for me within
Oh,
literally not even like, oh my God, how many hours would that be? 6 hours into the new year
wow.
already. A thing I had never come across before. And it was just
Okay.
so there was a guy who saw my ad on Craigslist because I shuffle in and out with like roommates in a 3-bedroom home. I usually have 2 extra roommates, as you know.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I'm no stranger to putting ads out on Craigslist, on Facebook to, get a new roommate, and which I've had up there for a bit. Well, it come to find that my listing had expired. And I just happened to think of it on New Year's morning, or like, was it New Year's morning? Maybe it was New Year's Eve night, something like that. So it wasn't up for very long, right?
Okay.
And I'm not even kidding. At 6:30 in the morning, I get a text from some 310 phone number, which is a local area code in my area. And it was some dude who was looking like not to be my roommate, but wanting to come over and sending me photos of what he looks like.
What the? And but did this start with the Craigslist? How did this start? Like, what the hell? Like, huh?
Yeah, right. Like, okay, so he had seen my ad, and in there was my phone number, and I also list my name. So Amanda on there with my phone number. Well, so this conversation like shook out for a bit. So in that conversation, I was able to piece together what the fuck was this guy like all about? What was happening? So he saw the ad. The ad had my phone number. He Google searched the phone number with my name.
Okay.
So he was able to find my actual address. He was able to find photos of me. And I guess he liked what he saw.
Okay, fair enough.
And thought he'd try his luck.
So how did he cold approached you, and what did he say?
Oh my God. What didn't he say? I'm trying to pull it up here because it was just so out of like anything, like it just wasn't anything I've ever seen before. Like even down to his like the words that he uses to like converse with me. He sounded just so otherworldly. I'm like, who are you? Like,
bro, are you on the spectrum? Is that, I mean, like, are you, what's going on with you, bro? Like, so you are. The interesting thing is, you're somebody who dates often, or, been on plenty of dates, lives her best life. Do you give like a little bit of an A for effort and different approach style? I mean,
that is a really good question. And the best way I can answer that is like, it could have worked in his favor. It didn't work in his favor. And there's a few reasons why it didn't come off as his best laid plan. And it was, for one, it was the time of day, which was 6:30 in the morning on New Year's Day.
Yeah, no shit.
Who's gonna be awake then? Like everyone's they're partying, everyone's sleeping till at least like 10.
Right.
So he makes his attempt at that hour, and then he just like doesn't read the room. So meaning like he doesn't just say like Happy New Year. Like he sent me like, I don't know if you could see on the screen.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah. Like he's not even smiling. You don't know if he has teeth. What the heck? Yeah. Is that the back of his head?
That's the front of his head, and then there's another one up here. It's a video. I took a screen.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah,
otherwise,
I mean, I see.
Scroll.
We see the front of his face. The top one is what though? What is the top one?
Oh, the top one is here. Let me see.
I thought it was the back of his head. I'm like, what did he say?
No.
Oh, okay. I see it now. Okay. I see.
Yeah, you can see that, right?
Oh, yeah, I got it now. Okay, perfect. Okay, interesting. So he sends you those.
He sends me his photos, and like, so that's an assumption that I'm like going to immediately just want to engage in that way with some stranger.
Right.
Without really like reading the room first. Like
at all.
Maybe you could say Happy New Year. Maybe you could say like, oh, you're being like a friendly neighbor, where you're saying like, hey, your post was flagged, because I didn't even know my post was flagged and taken down.
Right.
And then, so he just starts like facilitating this like opening liner of like, hey, basically I'm DTF, like, that type of shit.
What did he fucking say? Read me the text. What was his opening line?
Here we are. Greetings from the beach nearby, and a happy new year to thee.
To thee.
There's where the other world
Oh
goes.
my God.
Your post was flagged, though I'm not put off by that.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, there's the silver lining, everybody.
Oh my
But
God.
you said that, sir.
Yeah.
Did he wait for me to respond to that? No.
Of course not.
He continues sending selfies of himself, 2 of them, to be exact. And then he asks me if I'm up to kick it. So we're back into the late 90s. Up to kick it.
Up to kick
I can be there in like 10 minutes.
Oh,
Oh, you're making a lot of assumptions.
oh,
yourself.
shit.
Like, you're not reading the room. So that tells me like you're a sociopath.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, register of feeling out how someone else is like feeling about that. And then I didn't even say anything like warm wise back. I just was like point blank. I was like, what posts? Even though I knew, I was like, what if there was just a stray thought in my mind? What if like one of my enemies like posted on
sure.
something in my name to like as
Sure.
like a joke? So
Sure.
I wanted to clear that out first.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Thankfully, it wasn't that.
Okay.
But anyway, he clarifies. He says Craigslist, and then I was like, flagged ? And because again, I've never experienced this before. This is like new terrain, and I've done this for years.
Right.
Then he proceeds to say, "Well, it's no longer available. I don't know why, nor care about that."
Oh, shit. What the fuck?
This man actually did text the right woman. Tell me Jesus today.
Oh, shit.
Don't learn today.
Oh, I don't care about the questions that you're asking me. Okay. All right.
Oh, he barked up the right tree.
Yeah.
Right now.
Holy shit.
He was looking for some karma. So anyway, I asked post for what, and then he clarified apartment in my city, and then he's like, or like whatever. Pardon if it's not at all real. I am, and I'm also nearby as well. Happy New Year, regardless. And then he calls me on the phone because
Whoa.
I'm dying to get his phone call. Like, I'm so into this man, apparently, in his own head, his little delusional head.
Oh my God.
And he proceeds with more conversation. Best on the rest of your morning. It was possibly rude of me to call at this hour. Will not bother you any further. Do you think that actually stopped him?
No.
He's
No.
like, although I do live around the corner in Hermosa Beach, party, and I'm up to kick it. And so I was just holding back because I wanted to feel out this man's mental health. It was very obvious what I was working with, but I just wanted to see where he would take it if I didn't respond. So
Right.
he kept going. So that's when I kicked into high gear. And I reply and I'm like, and I laugh and I'm like, bro, I was like, cruise Tinder for chicks, not housing rental ads. You'll have better luck. And then he proceeds to say, fair enough. I'm kind of like the best. If you're a dude, please ignore and block. Although I am the best. They call me Doc around here, among other names. Legit. I'm going to walk up to Valley Ardmore smoking a cigarette. Should you notice me, do not be afraid to say hi. And then he clarifies my exact street that I live on.
Oh, shit.
So that's when I actually started to feel like panicky because, again, I was home alone. Like, my roommate and then my Airbnb guests were all gone in Vegas, San Diego, all far away. And so it was just me. So I actually did feel like a twinge of fear. Like,
shit.
thinking like, this man's like going to show up at my house. It's 6:30 in the morning. Panic's setting in, right?
Oh, what time did he call?
It had to have been like 6:39.
So he's texting you at 6:30. 10 minutes in without a response, he decides to call. Oh my gosh.
Like this is gonna win her over. This is gonna make her
Yeah,
feel
and like you
comfortable.
said, on New Year's Day,
Like
right?
who's awake? Who's awake? But of course I'm awake because you know me, I'm always up early. So it's like,
Yeah,
okay.
for sure. For sure. But I mean, there's a lot of bad things in there. One, I don't even answer the phone unless I like you, much less if I don't know you. Like we all kind of know, like we're gonna get text exchanges first, and then for whatever reason, I think I FaceTime everybody now if I can.
Yeah.
I want to see faces. I just love to see
Yeah.
faces. I want to see the face, your beautiful face. I want to see our sister's beautiful face. I love to see Mike's beautiful face. I'm a let's see
Yeah.
some faces, you know. So, but
Well, you're
like.
also not a sociopath. So there's that.
No. Well, I like to think of myself as no. So you're right, but I mean,
Yeah.
like, and I'm not not calling somebody at 6:40 in the morning unless it's like, hey, call me because I need to talk to
Yeah.
you. Then okay, like you and I have had those conversations because
You're
rough
right.
night's sleep, something to talk
Yeah.
about, whatever.
Oh, if
But
I'm having a meltdown, I'm calling you at 3 a.m. and
yeah,
like crying to you about it.
and we're talking about it. Yeah, for
We're gonna
sure.
talk about it.
I'm not fucking sending you some girl my dating profile and then calling her within 5 minutes.
Yeah. Like, bro,
Wow.
ease up on the drugs. Like, ease
No,
up just a little bit.
that's fucking great. So like, yeah, like, oh, but he's Doc. You got it, like Doc.
Among other
Yeah.
names,
Among,
apparently.
yeah, motherfucker, I'm sure is one. Yes. I'm
Yeah.
sure there's quite a few other
Felon,
names.
maybe.
Who
Rapist,
does
maybe.
that shit? Yeah, like, are you related to Jeffrey Dahmer, bro? What the fuck?
Are you the straight version of him? Like,
Yeah. Holy
you gonna get
shit.
killed, buddy?
Happy
That's not where
2024.
Oh my God. Well, and he looks young. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
not young, but he looks like he
Yeah.
could be 30s or early 40s. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of the vibe I was getting.
Yeah.
But once I at this point in the conversation, I've gathered enough about him, his like mental health, what was going on, and what he was capable of for me
Right.
to, like, in the flash of a second, come up with a plan on how to
Right.
deal with this.
Okay. All right.
Take the trash out.
You take the trash out. I love that.
So here's what I said. I said, so once he said to, he was going to cruise up by my house, whatever, I was like, bro, I'm definitely dude. And I was like, and I live off of Pier Avenue, which is another area of my city that like is on the other opposite side of town. So I was like trying to be like confuse him. And then I also pretended to be a dude. And then the third thing was like, and guess what? Yeah, I am into dudes. Like, so these three things are going to turn you the fuck off. And his response was like, fuck, sorry. And then do you think I stopped there?
Well, I'm going to go no, probably not.
No, I was like, so my next text to him was, I said, give me your location and I'll meet you.
Oh, no.
Yep. Your sister wasn't playing around at all. I was not fucking playing around.
Did he respond to that?
Oh, yeah. He's like, he ignored it. And he was like, the number upon Google search, here's where I find out the information. The number upon Google search brought up Amanda Koss. And then he asked me for a pic. So he's obviously not entirely straight.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, level 2 of
Wow.
fucking dude's head. Here we go. Let's do this. And so here we go. I said, well, I just got this number. She was probably the last one to have it.
Nice. Well done. Well done.
Saved there. And then he replies, that kind of makes sense. He's like, do you have a pic or more willing to share? He's like, femme preferred. So like more of a feminine man.
Yeah.
So I was like, great. He told me what he likes. I'm gonna be opposite.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
You gotta think one step ahead from these fucking psychopath Jeffrey Dahmer serial killers.
Yeah.
And then I asked him a question. I'm like, do you like dudes? And then I also said, yes, I do have a pic. And then he goes into like the type of dudes he likes. And he's just like, just fucking weird with it. Like, it was
really? So he went full. Really? Okay.
Yeah. he was like totally convinced, and I was like, whew, that kind of reassured me because I'm believable apparently.
Well, yes, you are, young lady. Yes, you are.
Yeah. So, and then he discloses that he's like headed to Burbank to have a threesome with a girl and a transgender girl before he noticed, quote unquote, my post.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, oh my God. I'm like, this information is not really what I need to know, but okay, fine.
Yeah.
So I find this whole time I take about 10 minutes just like scounging the internet for like the ugliest dude, like overweight, the least non-femme looking dude ever. And then I like send it to him. So I sent him this photo.
Okay. All right. I see the group. Which one are you supposed to be?
So the really heavy set one with the beard to the right.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I'm on the right. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
I'm on the right. I'm on the right
Yeah.
with the beard. And then I was like, and then I played dumb to his other comment. I was like, weird. I was like, I didn't make a post. So I'm trying to confuse them into thinking like this is just some separate like spam thing that happened that you saw and blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
He's like, and then he follows up. There was a Craigslist roommate post. And then he's like, you're not my type.
You're not my type. But it's not. Oh, goodness. Oh.
He didn't like the bearded heavy set guy. That's what he meant by you're not my type.
I gotcha.
And then he's like, he's all, I am chill though, if possibly up to visit Burbank with me and kick it with these two girls. And then he sends me the post of like an escort site.
Oh, wow.
And the girls were hideous too, by the way. I was expecting like some gorgeous, like exotic looking like women who were like escorts. No, they were like, they were just straight up janky. It was so gross.
Are these the girls he was going to meet, or did he? So he's paying for escorts. Okay, I gotcha.
Escorts. I was like, whoa, that's a whole new level. That's a whole new level. If you're paying for it, make sure they're like beautiful. Like get something like high quality. What are you doing, bro?
I mean, it sounds like he's got a coupon, like 2 for 1, or I guess 1.5. I don't know, 1 for. I mean, because it's transgender, so I don't know. Like 2 for 1, we'll say. I don't know.
2 for 1.
Yeah,
Got
2 for 1.
parts.
Yeah. That's the bonus plan. Yeah, that's a cool coupon to have, I guess.
Yeah,
wow.
Groupon maybe, I guess.
Yeah, Groupon does run ads. Yeah, so maybe shoot.
It would make sense if there were Groupon.
Look, I am not here to judge or anything like that. So get it, buddy. By all means, go ahead. Not for me. Like I like Groupon for like, hey, hang gliding lessons sounds a little bit safer than that. Yeah, on Groupon.
Getting my nails done or trying a pottery class.
There you go. That's a good Groupon. A pottery class would be great.
Is your strategy not working for picking up women? Like that's so weird.
But I mean, he's a straight, like Doc is his nickname. Doc shouldn't have to pay with a Groupon for sex. That just sounds odd. Okay.
How are you paying ugly?
That's.
I mean, unless that's your fetish and your kink, like ugly. Okay, fine, that's a thing.
Cool. Look, everybody needs love. Like, yes, here, go for it. Don't need a coupon for it, but okay.
Don't need to pay for it.
But he invited you as the guy to go.
Little
That's very nice. Yeah. Very nice of him. Very nice of him to
here we go. Here's next level where I had to invoke some emotion, and I was like,
okay.
I added a little bummer kind of like intro response to all this.
Okay.
My bearded self not being his type, and I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna kick it. Using his terminology, I'm gonna kick it until I head out to Guadalajara. Have a good time, bro.
The Guadalajara. That just like popped in. You're like, I know, Guadalajara sounds fun.
I'm a jet setter. I'm going to Guadalajara.
You are a jet setter. Oh my goodness. Guadalajara. And I assume he was okay with that? Like
right on. Best on the start of your 2024. And I was like, you too, but I spelled two.
You should. upon these interaction, you could have said something like that just to mock him a little bit too. What a bizarre fucking thing. Nice start to 2024.
What a freaking start. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, man, I really have to dig into my toolbox so early in the year, and early in the morning.
You know what I will say, like, all right, so if this dude does anything like this to anybody else, no one can ever say, I didn't see any red flags. Like, I don't think I've seen any non-red flag. Like, I think like the whole thing, like every sentence shows a different red flag.
There's like this man is like the level of Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if he had human body parts in his basement somewhere. Like this, like, because there's just no social cues or reasoning built into his like mental, I don't know, his mental faculty, like like
it's red paint. It's not even red flags. Like, I don't even know. Yeah. He is the owner of a red building with a red car and a red mailbox and a red dog. I mean, like, they're all just red.
Like, he's the president of red flags.
Yeah. He is. Exactly.
Broadly creator of red flags, if there ever was one.
Here's pictures of me. Here is a phone call, and you haven't even responded at 6:30 in the morning on New Year's Day. Yeah. Holy shit, girl. Good God.
And let me tell you, like, I was so freaked out because I'm like panicked, like, this man's gonna show up at my house. I legit locked all my doors and like till about like 2 p.m. that day.
Hey, by the way, thanks for not sending the picture of me. I appreciate that. Thanks. Thanks for that. It took
a long time to find one. You know what? I should use you for the next time.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if I still got it. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Like, here I am.
Find out.
Yeah, right.
I'll throw you out as bait.
Yeah. And then, by the way, man, I got to bounce to Indiana, not Guadalajara. Sorry.
Nothing exotic, but Indiana.
Yeah, I got to change my address now. My sister tried to catfish somebody with my picture.
Oh my God. It was just unlike anything I've ever encountered before. I mean, I've had stalkers for sure that were like kind of, category of
weird,
but wow, no, this one was just like ready to just trailblaze and like fuck around.
I mean, and like, truthfully, the interesting thing is, like, you've ran into a lot of interesting situations and scenarios. It's not like you're new to the dating scene or a prude or anything like that. Like, you've ran into like this like, I've heard a lot too. I've heard nothing like close to this, like the closest is somebody who thinks they're in a relationship after 2 dates or something, but nothing like this.
No, it's just, it was so wild, but I kind of think like it was literally supposed to happen because like God must have known. Like, God fucking handle that shit. It was so crazy.
Talk about setting the tone for your 2024.
Yeah. It made me have a few questions about like, okay, was that supposed to be like the theme? Like,
yeah, that's nuts. I'm glad. Obviously, I'm glad you shared that one. I'm sorry it happened to you, but holy cow, that's nuts.
You know what?
It's fun for you.
It happened. It became fun now that I know that I wasn't in danger. Like, I mean, I could have, but like, it's over, kind of thing.
Yeah, it can turn itself into something fun. That's for sure. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, that's how it started. How's it going?
Well, I mean, after that, I recalibrated.
Yeah, I would too, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, and kind of rally a little bit, recalibrate a little bit, kind of figure out what you're gonna do.
Yeah, get my bearings and all that good stuff. But so then the next day.
Oh, all right. So January 2nd. Okay, we're on day 2.
Like, straight up. Like, straight up. This is so good.
Oh my God.
In the morning. Apparently mornings are popular for me.
Uh,
6:30 in the morning.
morning wood? No, not that early. No shit.
It was 6:30 in the morning. I roll over and I check my phone. That's the first thing I do.
Mhm.
And I open up Instagram. And this time, I smiled at what I found.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I open up Instagram and I had a DM from one of my favorite country music artists.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, a month before, yeah, I think it was a month before.
Okay.
I tagged him in one of my stories. Yeah. I like to like put his music on in my living room when I'm like cleaning or like
Okay.
cooking.
Okay.
And it looked really cool, like with all my Christmas decorations. So
Okay.
I tagged him, he saw it, and then he started following me. And
Oh,
like
that's cool.
he was like talking to me like in the DM section of Instagram.
Okay.
So but it was just like a quick whatever in December. Well, I happened to post like one of the best pictures of myself.
Oh,
my
bringing
story.
sexy back. All right.
Just like a woo, like all done up, like all the things. And I decided to attach a poll to it, like asking everyone how their 2024 was going. And he doesn't check my stories. Like over the past month of being like my follower, like he hasn't checked them at all. But he happened to check it when I had like my most fabulous picture up.
Oh.
And he did a little fire emoji on it.
Oh, all right.
I was like, oh, excuse me.
So,
I was like, wow. I was like, super glad to see that. But I was like, I was just feeling kind of like shy because I like I just love this man and he's like his music is beautiful and like
that's cool.
Whatever. And I'm like, so I didn't really come in with guns blazing. I just like I think I just hearted it like his emoji or something like that.
Okay.
I thought that would be the end of it. And I just quietly like tiptoed away from the conversation. I'm like, I don't know what to make of that other than me just being like a little teenage schoolgirl, like all excited.
Right.
So that's what I did. I just kind of like
that's cool. All right.
And he didn't let me go. He was just like, how is it going? Like question mark, exclamation point.
Oh shit.
I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like texting my friend Nicole. I'm texting our sister because she knows also about the whole story with him.
Sure.
And so we're just like all screaming collectively over text.
Oh God, that's so great. That's so great, sis.
We're just like totally just like, oh my God. And
did you send him pictures and say you're gonna go meet him in Burbank or something? That's kidding.
Me and a transgender girl.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. I got this escort site. Yeah.
Not yet. I got to that, but not. I gave it a few days.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Way to build it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was like, we'll just save that for day 3 or something. I don't know.
Right. So my apologies. How did it keep going?
Well, yeah. So, I mean, I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, I'm speechless at this point. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I've like abandoned my personality.
Yourself. Yeah.
Like she's gone. She went. Like I was like suddenly just this like girl that doesn't know how to talk apparently.
Oh, little schoolgirl. I love it.
I really was. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. So so we gradually get into conversation, like just small talk. I don't even remember, honestly. I couldn't even tell you. I'm sure I have it. And then it gets to a point where he asked for my Snapchat. And I was like, okay.
Oh, you know what that means. All right.
I was like, wow, I like the direction this is going.
Oh, shit.
I'm coming from like this place where like I'm like, okay, I respect you. I'm not gonna pull any of my tricks on you. Like you're an artist in my eyes. Of course, he's really handsome, but I'm just like, thank you for sharing your music. It's just I love it. Like I'm just being nice and just kind of keeping it in that gear for a minute. And then it switched when we got to Snapchat. I was like, she's back.
So it switched, like you found yourself again. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, she came back. We collided and
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. All right.
Unionized.
And how'd that go? Well, I gotta ask, like, because I'm sure everyone's going, who the hell are you talking about? Come on, like you can like.
I can't even. Oh my god, I can't even say his name, but like he, oh my god. So
Yeah.
I was like it's like these like schoolgirl feelings are so real that I can't even remember anything. I mean, I can't. That's
Your palms sweating right now? Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
your
my face is like
you're flushed. Yeah, you're flushed. Your palms are sweating. Yeah, heart's beating out of your chest. Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Oh my god. Like, well, actually, okay, wait. I take that back. Sister did notice I was being like kind of like forward in the DM section.
Okay.
Because I sent her a screenshot and she's like, wow, you're just like going after it, aren't you? Or something like that. But because okay, I'm sure everyone's familiar with Spotify.
Of course.
You have Spotify, right?
Yeah, I'm on Spotify. I mean, so yeah, this will be on Spotify.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, the year-end wrap, I ended up in his top 1% like fan base listener.
Oh, okay.
List
Okay.
because I've listened to him so much, like in 2023. So there's a message that comes with it from the artist, and they take a video of themselves thanking the listener for listening to them so goddamn much.
Okay.
And so he and I were talking about that, and I was like, oh yeah, I brought it up, and I'm like, yeah, it was like really cute and like a sweet message. I was like, and he's being really sweet, and he's just like, oh my god, I'm so glad you loved that. I'm so glad you did. And I was like, no, actually, I hated it. I was like, it would have been better in person.
There you go.
Switched it.
Yeah.
And then he just like got a real big kick out of that. And then he was like, oh, what's your Snapchat? And I was like, okay, we're going over there. So once we got over there, we got to know each other a lot more.
Oh, okay. Okay.
A lot more to the fact that we've been talking every day, and he's going to come out here from Nashville to take me out on a date and stay out here for 3 days. You're
not telling me who he is.
I know I'm not going to.
What are you talking about? You gotta say something.
You'll find out.
What? The people that need to find out. Like, who's the guy? You gotta like give him a song or something.
Oh God, I can't.
Give him a song. Why can't you? Look at you.
You gotta do a follow-up episode, and I'll do a review.
Oh my gosh. You gotta like drop a hint somewhere, because I'm like
okay, here's the hint.
All right.
He's not your traditional cowboy at all. Like he's Italian, and I want to say he's probably like I don't know what the proper wording is. Is it Latino, Hispanic? Like he's not like, but he said he is Italian.
Okay.
So he has like the dark hair and like like kind of,
No, I know. Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I resemble all that. Yeah.
That's cool. That's your nationality.
Yeah. Lots of Italian.
He's definitely not your typical like cowboy look. Sorry, ladies screaming at the door.
Well, when is he supposed to come out and take you out?
So the end of February.
You realize I'm like 4.5 hours away from Nashville.
I know. I was gonna ask you that. Like you're so close.
Yeah, I'm pretty close. Well, it might 4.5 or 5. I've been down there a couple of times. It's a pretty easy drive. So February is supposed to come out. Why doesn't he just give you backstage passes for you and your sister or something to go hang?
Well, he won't be performing out here. Like,
Okay.
I don't know if I think he's predominantly in the Midwest performing
Yeah, okay. That makes
in that
sense.
area.
That makes sense. He
But
probably just racks up in Nashville.
yeah, like
So you're talking every day.
yeah, and the man is adorable because he like it's just so weird to have your celebrity crush like look at your story the second you post something. And it's like 20 things that I post on my story. And he's like the first one to see it. And I'm like, my heart be still.
My heart be still. Listen to you. Oh my goodness. Well, all right. So he is this person. So like, I don't know, like you're tagging him and stuff, right? So is it helping your
Actually,
business?
so he was going to Airbnb my place,
Uh-huh.
but he thought it was the whole house that was being
Oh, sure.
Airbnb.
I gotcha.
Because he was gonna have his songwriter session, like if
Okay.
that were the case, and bring like songwriters and they would all do their
Yeah.
thing. But so, so he was like going to Airbnb. Well, then we got to talking more about it and I clarified. And it was cute because he was like, he played dumb, like that he didn't know. It was just the real. And I was like,
gotcha.
really? Until I looked at the listing and it says it all over the place.
That is
So
just
I'm
the
like,
room. Yeah.
Like, I'm sure. But I was like, but I just pretended I didn't like notice or like not believe
That's
him.
cool. That's fair.
I was just like, oh, you know what? It's fine. You could still do it. And I was trying to really like do the hard sell.
Okay.
Like plenty of space. Like you could write your songs. Like backyard. There's a hammock. Like bring your guitar. Like it was so funny. And he totally he was totally down. But I think there will be a roommate taking over.
Okay.
So now he's just like got a hotel.
Oh,
But,
did he?
yeah, otherwise he would have just been down the hall.
No, you should tell him just get the 90210 house and you'll kick it with him.
I know.
Right?
Know. Well,
You'll hang out there.
I told him of the best hotel. I was like, okay, this is the one you need to get.
Yeah.
We both got one.
So February, huh?
Yeah, end of February or beginning of March, I think.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at you. You are a schoolgirl. You are giddy. You're like, I'm gonna take a train to Nashville maybe before then.
I was like, man, but it was funny because we were like talking about like the direction of where this would go, and he was just like interested in like just, being more casual. And I was like, well, actually, that's fine. I was like, these things don't really work for me anyway because I don't fly. I was like, I hate flying, so it'd probably never work anyway. But
yeah.
shit, I don't care. Like, come to my town. Like, it'll be fun. Like,
yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I mean, might as well. Works out better for you that way. There you go. You have your crush when you have your crush.
Yeah. So I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
you dork though, you're gonna have to give more hints.
Okay, so he's Italian.
Okay.
And he's new. He's not that new. Like I don't know if like 3 or 4 years is considered new in the country world, but
seems fair. All right. Okay. All right. That's a little bit fair of a hint, so people can actually kind of try to figure it out and maybe have an idea. All right.
Yeah.
So new Italian, not really a cowboy, but a cowboy. Okay.
Yeah. He's got a bit more of like a vintage vibe. Like
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So
fair enough. All right.
His great uncle was a country music artist though.
Okay.
And, like has like all this music and stuff like that. I didn't even realize that. But
so it's DM Central, huh? You guys are all over Snap. Are you guys just texting now or what?
Yeah. Like but all the above really. Like it just when was it last night? Like I posted like a little shout out to him.
Oh, okay.
where I was like telling my followers like to check him out and his music. And then I did like, just to be funny, I was like, maybe I'll just do a little poll. And like, because he's not expecting, I didn't tell him any of this, like, but I know he's watching. So I was like, I want to catch him off guard and like just see what like his reaction is. And so I created a poll for my viewers to cast their vote on like how great and hot like this country music artist is.
Oh,
Like,
no
their
shit.
opinions were. I totally whored him out a little.
Oh, I'm sure he loved every second of that.
Oh my God. He even voted on the poll.
I'm sure oh my gosh.
And the next morning I saw it and I woke up and I like replied back to it and I'm like, you. Like, laughing back and forth about it.
Well, that's pretty awesome. I dig that. I'm glad. Talk about the way it started versus, well, day 2 was a little better than day 1 of the year, it sounds like.
Yes.
Been talking ever since, huh?
Yeah. So it's been like a week.
Yeah, week. It's the 9th now. No kidding. That makes me happy. Look at you. You're even playing with your strings like you're just doing this. You're like, I'm talking about him. I'm so giddy. Like it flushed. My hands are sweating. Is it March?
I literally had a crush on this man for like several years too. So I'm just like,
yeah. Oh.
So
Well,
it was really fun to see that.
Whatever happens, I hope you keep, finding you. Like don't be the initial girl, be the girl from Snap. Be you.
Yeah. The ballsy ball
Yeah.
buster one.
Yeah, that one works a little bit better. Those are like 2 pretty awesome like incidents you've had go on. Like the first one was batshit crazy, and the second one was batshit awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad of a start to 2024.
Nah, no kidding. That's I don't know. Like I think you were right. I think we need to do this every couple of months, but maybe we won't need, well, we'll have to do, one more to, reveal the identity and how it went. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. That'll be a fun one.
That's awesome. Thank you for being along for the ride of the Swipe Wrong podcast. Remember, everyday people telling everyday stories of the swipe right world. The show is produced by Jay Pelham. He is the host of Pelham Place. So make sure to check that out. Also, I am Chaos, the host of Chaotic Commentary. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow, tell a friend about the pod. And if you have something that you want to share, please, we want to hear from everybody and get everybody's stories as much as we possibly can. Email us at swipewrongpod@gmail.com. Give us a call, leave us a voicemail, let us know if it's okay to call you back. 317-426-6616. Thanks for being along for the ride, and next week the saga continues.